Hello, Olena. Hey.
Hi, Abby.
Hello, hi.
Finally, super excited to meet you tonight. We have our monthly, not weekly, something recording, right?
Yes.
Have something to share, which I'm pretty excited about, and I'm also a little bit concerned that it may just um, go sideways. We'll see.
Let's see.
Okay.
I Yes, show me what you have. I'm looking forward to this and see how excited you are. And I'm completely at the
I
moment very curious. What is it gonna be? Tell us, or do you wanna start
yeah.
jump right into it?
I will just want to give you a hint. What do you think? Like, what is the topic we spent the most time on for the past, let's say, year? What do we do together? What do we do in common now? Projects. What do you think I'm excited about? It's pretty serious topic, and it's not the easiest one, and it's related to the topic of today's session. What do you think it is?
What have we spent a lot of time on? It's we
Yeah.
spent a lot of time on security.
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of the topic that I kind of got love-hate relationship to it.
Yes,
Yes.
that's true. Um,
Uh-huh.
I was browsing. I was
Mhm,
browsing the latest changes to Pub Pages, and
mhm,
I was excited about some AI features, but my exploration didn't go well. But I found something in the list of security topics, since it's related to security and governance.
mhm,
When we talked last week, I think you mentioned security. You said, "Oh, are we going to talk about the latest security governance changes, or like dashboards or some other things?" And I didn't think it's uh, cool enough for our session. But this topic I found as actually it made me curious, and it's excited me.
mhm,
So yes, we are gonna go talk about security because it's super complex. I'm gonna
mhm,
show you something I've done as a proof of concept in exploration of one of the features. I couldn't find it. It doesn't say it on preview. It looks like a GA feature, but somehow I didn't have a chance to use it in my production real world life.
mhm.
So let me share the screen, and I'm really interested in your input to this.
Sure.
So let's just
Let's
see.
see.
Let's just see. So I created this new website. And generated this beautiful image with Copilot.
Yes.
And here, this is the name of the feature, and let me just make it bigger. And this is also a beautiful dinosaur, in which you can scan a QR code
With
to get to Microsoft Learn article. And the name of the feature is the governance control to disable anonymous access. So I will tell you, I will take you through the functionality, and I will also show you what it actually means to your website, and this functionality is turned on.
mm,
And I will look at the different aspects. So let me start. So first of all, let me start with talking about this feature, and then I will show you the setup of my website, and then I will show you how I can turn it on and on and off,
mhm,
which is a good thing, right? So you should be able to turn it on and off, and we'll see what happens, right?
mhm.
So this feature pretty much means that um, you can disable the anonymous access. Abby, what's anonymous access? How do we define the anonymous access for the website?
To me, anonymous access means I like as a general public, I come to a web page, a website, and I don't need to log in. You, the site doesn't know who I
Mhm,
am, doesn't have information on who I am. I not signed in to the site basically to access the page, to access the
mhm.
data or page. Is that?
Yep.
Mhm,
Yeah, this is what it is. So what this feature is about is basically you turn off the ability of the anonymous user on your website to read Dataverse data. You can still create records, and but you cannot read. Um, I think the thinking behind this feature. I tried to figure out why this feature would be introduced. So I think they mentioned that the right to create
Mhm.
is to be able to create, for example, a feedback or fill in the contact us form, right?
Yes.
And we have this scenario in our production, right? In our production live
Yep.
world, where we give anonymous users an ability to create a complaint case, right?
Mhm.
Something like that.
Yes.
Uh, but it's also, I think, it's based on on a struggle of people to figure out how to set up their permissions
Yes.
without
Mhm.
exposing data. You agree, right, about the complexity
Yeah. Yeah. It's
in it?
Yes, I agree. When we see the transaction record has a global on it, it's kind of those raise
Yeah,
a alarm, and then we need to make sure that it's only create. It's we don't do anything extra, and if it's someone accidentally take it on, then it's take on read for
yeah,
it. It's a can be a
yeah.
pretty
It
serious
is.
case. Mhm.
Yeah, and it feels like a very radical way of doing the things. And I think we will talk about at the end if we have time. Well, I hope we have time to talk about the important thing. And as it's, is it ideal? Is it does it tick all the boxes? And what's the disadvantage of using this feature? And you can start thinking about this while I will start showing you my setup. So I have this multiple pages in here, and I will switch to an editor in a second. Just try to move things around in my one monitor. So I do have a design studio. But basically, let me try to start with the website. I have this beautiful homepage with all the information for you. You can scan a QR code to read about feature. I also have a standard control. I set up this beautiful feedback table for me and Abby for our YouTube channel. And as you could see, there's some records in the table and the ratings and the description. And
Mhm.
there's some, you can see some engine generated feedback, and I will tell you what it is. But they say there's some says great content, and some say too much AI. Is there too much AI? Can you talk about serious stuff? So it's kind of joking things, but this is a standard control and list which we discuss in most of the sessions we discuss, and how we like this is a crucial part of the system usually, and we are able to like
Mhm.
actually display records from the system, but we're also able to create. So this is a create feedback form here as well, which obviously it is important for us because we're testing read and create. So there's a beautiful form where we can create the feedback. And it is about the standard things, right? So let's just have a look at the dark side. And the dark side is around Web API.
Mhm.
And I've got this Web API in here. Obviously, I want to test all the aspects. As a developer, I'm not just, I don't think we're limited by standard controls, right? We also have, let's say, if I enable this feature, what's going to happen with my Web API? What kind of result do I expect? The same for the liquid. And I also set up PowerFX test as well. So
Mhm.
this whole should obey the whole security change, right? The feature, right? It should
Mhm.
respect the security feature and the way it works. So I've got this get feedback, and it's a custom button which calls fingers crossed it I don't know, something is obviously not right,
Yeah.
but I'm just listing this stuff, and also listing the first record. I was doing it for testing purposes. Then I thought it's a good idea to display the list. And I can also auto create the feedback, which is just a test item, which you could see the date and time. So
Mhm.
it's to test the create and get feedback web API.
Mhm.
Okay, so in the liquid, on the liquid part, we know what liquid is. I don't know if I should go to the design studio level, but this is basically a fetch XML. We can go to the design studio. There's behind is a fetch XML, and it displays count, and it's the liquid part of thing, and
Mhm.
it's currently um, uh,
Giving you the total
i-
count.
int- yes, interestingly, the Power FX does the same, very similar thing, because we know that PowerFX, the count is 12 as well, and it is a grid, the same
Mhm.
grid with the search in here. Okay, so let's just have a look at the security setup of things, because this is where the most of magic is going to happen. You could see by name of the Copilot feedback on 1097 that
It's
something bad
generated
happened.
by.
Something
Uh-huh.
bad happened in here. We have a
Oh.
global access in there. We have read update, create everything pretty much, and we added all the stuff
Mm-hmm.
in like all possible roles which we have in here. As a result, see, I'm not signed in. I'm not signed in, but I'm able to see feedback records and
That's from the.
counts and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So okay, let me start showing you the feature. So first of all, I will do the fail test for you because in my organization, I'm actually not an admin, and if I go to the admin.powerplatform .microsoft.com, there's a new it's not a new admin center. I will show you in the old and new. It's actually a good thing to do. Um, in you go to the Power Pages side under resources in the old interface, and here see the governance control, right?
Yes.
So
Governance control.
you pick
Okay.
up a disable anonymous access to the database. Here
Mm,
I have and I have a disappointment. Even though I'm a system admin to my environment, I'm not the platform admin, and I'm not a global
you need
admin.
the tenant level
Yes,
role as a
yes,
role to do
yes.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to
So
know.
now I turn to the different profile and try to do the same thing. Here we have a new admin center view, and in this interface, you should go to the manage and the same. I'm trying to move things around. To see AB, still see AB space and move things around. Under Power Pages, have a look how cool is. It's actually not so cool because it doesn't show me the column, but watch me doing this. The same governance control.
Uh-huh.
And here we have options, right? None is my favorite option. Then you can do
You
specific
can do.
sites. Okay,
Okay.
we can do specific sites, and you also can do all sites except specific sites and all sites. So let's be just very careful and select one site. We don't want to damage anything, and just go save. It usually doesn't take much time. It has a confirmation, which is very helpful, and it's going to take a little bit of time. And let's just see. Yep. Um, this is cool. Um, and So I'm closing this profile and coming back here. Let's just see. Oh, we stay in the editor actually, and I will do the refresh for editor because I want to show you something first in here.
Does this show
Because
you any message or something inside?
it it
Okay.
does. Yeah, and it does not do it the way I think it may. But
Okay. Which way? Let's see.
um, it does
Oh,
that.
data protection policy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it does that. Also flags don't know why it doesn't flag this
Mm-hmm.
because we definitely gonna suffer at this stage. But let's just see what happens. See,
So it's
this is the
highlighting
experience.
anonymous. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the experience we're getting inside the editor. It highlights anonymous as in red, and it shows us a message. So we are already mentally prepared, we think. Let's just go to the actual site and click on preview and see what changed, right? Let's start with the homepage, which is nothing in there pretty much, and move across the website. So let's just in the standard control is probably not going to be much of the surprises. Right? See,
I'm expecting to see nothing now. Is it?
you
You
don't,
don't have permission. So even though if you have it in there, it's flagging it. It's not possible, and
yeah,
it's yeah.
y-
So
yeah,
okay, it's kind of it overrides the config in
yeah,
on the website. Perfect. Okay.
yeah.
So.
It is interesting because we don't know how actually each part of what we build is
Mhm,
going to react to the change. Let's just
mhm.
try to create as a because we're testing everything. It's not like I don't trust Microsoft. Just very curious on how feature actually works.
Let's see if we can still
Yeah,
create.
of course we should be able, right? But let's see.
Yes.
New feedback uh for AB.
So now this is a new title.
AB, I love you
Oh, same to you. Oh,
videos
I was gonna
so much.
say.
I just say it yeah its rating is going to be 5 because it's the highest submitted on the we are not interested. If we're not getting yeah, submission
Submission
is successful,
successful.
so it works as expected, right?
Yes.
um
It the
so
create permission is not impacted. It's read
yeah,
permission. Mm-hmm.
as expected. Okay, on the web API side,
Mm-hmm.
let me quickly show you the liquid page. That's
Zero.
obvious.
Cool.
You don't
Wonderful.
have any feedback
Mm-hmm.
records, apparently,
Mm-hmm.
not for you. I think is probably very much expected that the PowerFX, ooh, it's a little bit different, right?
Permission denied for the
Um,
entity.
yeah.
Power. This is for power effects from the power. Okay.
So even for us, as when we from the user's experience perspective, knowing those differences is important. Because maybe we want to put some friendly message, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe the fetch retrieving zero records it doesn't tell much to our users. But let's have a look at the web API test. It's actually also interesting, and that feedback is gonna tell us something terrible, I guess. Yeah,
Table permission
it,
missed. Wonderful.
yeah. And but let's just try to create something. And yeah, we are able
So
to
you
create a
can still.
feedback for
Mm-hmm.
even web API. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let for a change, let's just sign in and see it's all magically fixed. I think the most desirable feature for me were the ability to turn it back off. um, because may not be something you anticipated. Um, and let's just have a look at all the magical repairs. So because the expected, like because I'm authenticated, now I should be able to see everything and do everything. I'm not sure about the combinations and how it combined with different security roles. Like there's still some complexity to test, which we're probably not going to be able to test today. So the formula is showing
Mm-hmm.
the results. So
Yeah.
it works as it was expected.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to go and turn it off. Abby, do you want me to show you
Mm-hmm.
something, or
Before
yeah,
before you turn it off, do you mind show us the message again? What does the message showing in Design
gonna
Studio?
sign out?
I mean
The
in
message,
Design,
yes.
does it
Let me
mention
just quickly.
something about the read? Due to changes in your organization, data loss, blah, 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 anonymous user would not be affected. Due to this, role assigned to would not. So actually, it's only the read permission.
Yes,
It doesn't
yes, it
really
is.
change the create permission, which is
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
yes, which makes it
yeah,
a lot more
yeah,
useful. Like sometimes we do need to
yeah.
create permission from anonymous user.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, thank you.
So, okay, so yes, only ability to read from Dataverse is impacted. I actually didn't, and now I'm thinking about different scenarios. I'm thinking about the virtual table, which is not technically showing data from Dataverse. Would it be the same if you
I know.
show records from SharePoint? That's some things which we may want to explore.
Mhm.
Um, Abby, are we ready to turn it back
Yes, yes,
off?
let's do that.
Now
Thank you.
and yes, as again, for me it was the most expected and the most desirable feature.
Mhm.
It's actually interesting because I wanted to show you something on in this grid and power platform admin center. It's actually it does not there is another column. For some reason it's very difficult to get everything in one screen. Let me just try
So
to
it
play
shows
some
on the
black
big screen, is
magic.
it?
Like some black magic to you. But the black magic is there is a column showing this allowing anonymous access configuration because I haven't refreshed it from the last time. It does
Okay.
not
Yeah.
show me. So there is, I was searching for this, I was thinking about this column and why it does not appear even if I want it. See, this says blocked in here. So
Mhm,
as an admin, I am able to
mhm.
actually track which records are yeah, it's interesting because I would expect from UX perspective to select record and do something with it, but it actually done differently. And under admin you would say you can delete it from here. I don't know why I thought it's gonna work. Obviously it does not. You have to do this. Okay. And it's going to magically repair the website. And then we will talk about pros and cons of this approach. And
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm going to put lots of pressure on AB, giving me your
Yes.
awesome opinion. And let me just go back to the profile and refresh the screen. Let me just sign out because there is no difference if I signed in. There is no difference for me if this feature is applied or not. But there is a big difference if I'm actually signed out. Oh, like it is thumbs. Oh, shift refresh. Isn't it still
Does it take a bit of
still
time?
take? Yeah, it apart. Okay. I don't know. Let's just check editor first. Shift refresh. Did we? It was. I don't think it was. It took lots of time when I was testing this. I really hope it's gonna work, because otherwise you're not gonna believe me. Ooh.
Still
Ah,
showing?
it disappeared. No, it just
Oh, it just
disappeared.
disappeared. Okay.
Blinked and disappeared. There are
Mm-hmm.
no red crosses. So we are back to normal. Whatever normal we define,
Mm-hmm.
we're back to it. Okay. And then I click on preview. Let me just make it a little bit bigger, smaller. Let's just do preview and refresh the cache. Okay. I just quickly click on everything just to make sure that the standard control is back, right?
Back. Yep.
And yeah, for the web API test, we do expect it to display after some thinking and display the list of the feedback, which is, oh, look, we created more records while we are
Mm-hmm.
testing. And that obviously Liquid is going to show us, oh, it still shows the 14. Is it? Are we on
Yeah.
still on 14?
Yeah, we
Yep.
create two. There was 12, and then we create two.
Yeah. Yep. And the formula is showing 14 as well. Okay. So okay, Abby, tell me what you think about the whole testing and feature. What kind of thoughts did you have while was showing it all to you?
I think, yeah, thanks for put first the way you put different how we different ways we test security is so helpful. And to me have this overall governance control, it solves some of the concern. Like for anonymous data, um we always need to kind of proactively check if we didn't misconfigure something. Otherwise, it becomes a security risk. So knowing this and also have that message really helps from my perspective. I do have one thing that I just came to my mind. I want to didn't test it. I want to ask you: do you think
Mhm,
for if we let's say we create a contact us or a complaints or a
mm.
feedback things like this, if we're doing it through a form, is there any record type that's like a reference data? Would that be an issue? Or if it's an options
It
data, would
is
be
it is a very good question, Abby. I do have this secret link in here, right?
okay.
This is what
you
came to
we
my
you
mind.
come you think about
Yeah,
the same
we
thing? Yes. Mm-hmm.
yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I set up this news table. And I don't, you wouldn't say that news table is something which we show only to logged in users. And thanks to AI, I have this beautiful generated news cards.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
what do you think is going to happen if I go back and enable the feature again?
So news is coming from a Dataverse table.
Yeah.
Okay. That probably would not work.
It will not work if you want
Yes.
me to go and show you, but I think you can do a
Uh,
homework and try.
mhm,
So
mhm.
the answer to your question, if you need to display the reference data, unless I secretly think I was thinking about testing one more thing, and you probably thought about this. Powtomate, we can use Powtomate to
To
retrieve
feed.
data.
Mhm.
It is interesting case, and I would like to test it in my spare time. And but look, unfortunately, this is this imagine the news is like a reference data or whatever data we actually want to show to everyone, and with enabling this feature we're just not going to be able to. So
Mm,
it doesn't let us to differentiate, because if it does let us differentiate on table level, then we're coming back to a complex security.
mm,
So it's like ABC security. For if you don't know what to do with security, it's safer, and you're concerned about your Dataverse data, use
mm,
this feature. Then then i- if you if you then you need to if you need to display something still from Dataverse and for anonymous user, you work around somehow, and even either you put this data somewhere to different source and display it somehow with, I don't know, God knows what, and it is the most how do you say, inconvenient thing in this kind of like strict like the strong restrictions, right? So
Yeah.
if you need to set it up differently, you start producing rubbish because you work around. Um,
Mm. Mhm.
so yeah, so from my perspective, uh, if you can become a security pro like AB and and actually understand, spend some time and play with some, you know, safely play with your proof of concept environment, developer environment, to understand the security border security model, it would be a preferable option to me from the like architecture and dev setup perspective. It's like, yeah, it is complex. Yeah, it is not necessarily easy to understand and set up. But if you can set up, then you have more flexibility on how
Mm.
things work. In yeah.
I think for some sites, may this would have the use case for it for high security requirement sites, and displaying feeding data from Dataverse to display to anonymous user is not a requirement. Have this option is
Mhm.
a great kind of like a safeguard to the site
Yeah.
to to prevent any misconfiguration that cause data leak.
It's
Yeah,
just I agree with you, but it's like from, yeah, from my
from yes
years
to
of experience,
hmm
we don't have some requirements, then we all of a sudden we do.
yeah.
You've learned it as well. So today, people say, our customer tells us, oh no, 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 never ever ever anonymous user shouldn't be able to see any information on
hmm
this website, and tomorrow they turn and say, we forgot about this except for that. And I think it's
Yeah,
where you get trapped.
then you
And
start to
I
implement
yeah,
workaround. Yeah.
yeah, and workarounds, and I personally think that where you start implementing workarounds is as a dangerous place to be,
hmm
because this is where the most of the security problems happen. Okay, so that was my talk. That was something I wanted to share with you a bit
Thank
tonight,
you. So
and
it's a great. Thank you so much.
yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
a
stop sharing.
great sharing. Thank
Yes,
you.
thanks
Let
so
us
much.
know
Stop.
how you think about this. How do what
Yeah,
do we use this feature from config? And like the video, subscribe to us. Thank you. We'll see you in the
yeah.
next video.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah, let us know if you actually use this feature already and what you think.
hmm
Thank you so much.
Thank you.